Here we are back in my garage, Huntington Beach, California, where it all started. The very first bike, PLUM Motorbikes GT5. Today, we're going to be talking about all the upgrades we've made to develop the Generation 2 GT5. Where should I start? So many upgrades. I guess the first thing would be obviously the visual difference. We went from a round tube frame to a square tube frame. This allowed us to run a more powerful and higher amp controller that's going to give you more power, longer range, better torque, and just an overall better riding experience. Moving to the cockpit here, same as the GT7, fully upgraded handlebars with gussets, our own proprietary direct mount for the handlebars, a laser etched top cap. We've got our logo also laser etched in here, custom triple clamps, upgraded 1200 LED headlight, upgraded brakes, quad piston hydraulic brakes with a bigger rotor and thicker rotors. How could I forget about the display? We went from a two-color black and white display to a full color display. Moving to the front, we now have a staggered front wheel, narrow front wheel, super wide rear wheel. Now I want to talk about my personal favorite. I'm so excited about this. We re-engineered our fork tubes to be a through axle. Why, you may ask? I'm so glad you asked, because we are going to be offering, wait for it, an inverted front fork suspension upgrade on the GT5. If you want an upgraded fork on your GT7, please let us know. If we get enough people who want to pre-order a fork, we can make that happen. Finishing off here at the front, we've got a new upgraded headlight bracket, as well as a beefier bump stop, stopping your handlebars from turning so that you don't damage your frame or potentially your battery. Moving down the frame, you'll notice that we've improved the leg room. This is a big one. We moved the bottom bracket forward and down a bit, creating tons of leg room. I'm 5'10" and I can ride this bike comfortably. Though we recommend riders for this bike to be roughly about 4'8" to about 5'8". But if you're into the mini bike, pit bike vibe, you could ride this at 6 foot if you wanted to. Upgraded kickstand, beefier and stronger, reinforced seat bracket, and one of my other personal favorites, chain tensioners, so you can make sure your chain is always dialed so it never slaps against the frame of your bike, because you do not want to scratch this beautiful color. And I saved the best for last. We went from a 48 volt 13 amp hour battery to a 48 volt 20 amp hour battery. Almost double the range now on the GT5. Also, don't forget, that square tubing allowed us to give you a more powerful, longer range, amazing experience. Speaking of amazing, our Founder Series bikes are not only serialized 1 through 100, knowing which bike you get out of that batch, but this is a limited edition Phantom PLUM, only going to be available with our Founder Series bikes. I hope you've enjoyed this comparison video showing all the immense upgrades we made to our Generation 2 PLUM Motorbikes GT5. If you haven't yet, get you one.